Hey, what's going on, guys? It's ChronicKloudz back here with another one. Today we are in the Yamato. Let's have a look at my mods. Starting off with Aiming Systems Mod 1. For 2, we have Propulsion Mod 2. The 3rd, Target Acquisition. And the 4th is Main Battery Mod 3. Now I'll let y'all look at my stats, and if y'all want to pause this at any time, feel free. Now let's look at the commander build. I got Takeo Takagi. This is how I'm running my mods. My inspirations are Von Essen and Cunningham. Now let's get into the gameplay, guys. Alright. Starting off at B right here. It's not where you want to be in a legendary, especially pushing up, having people shoot at you from 2 different sides, so you really need to pick a side here. And me and my division, we go ahead and pick C over here. Now at the beginning of these legendary games, I usually don't push forward right away. I like to reverse, not too far, just a little bit, to where it gives my destroyers time to get out there and get a spot. And then I can see kind of where I need to be and where I need to be pushing before it's too late. Unfortunately for us, one of these destroyers in front of us is AFK. I'm not sure if his game froze or his internet crashed or what happened. But anyway, we pushed on without him. And luckily our, I believe it's a Tashkent up in front of us helped us out pretty well. Right off the rip, we spotted Grover. Started lining up shots. He decided he wanted to push behind the island. Not a very good play, I guess. But he ends up getting off. We only hit him for 5k. I should have shot that a little earlier, but I hesitated. And it caused me. I said 5k, I'm sorry, I meant 12k. Okay, and then here's the opposing Yudachi. So now we know where the Yudachi's at. And from looking at the map, it's looking like their team is pushing from C spawn back towards B to A. They don't want no part of C for some reason. So if we get up here and push up hard enough, we'll be able to get crossfires on these guys. Nice little semi-broadside shot at the Iowa. Will we hurt him? Is it gonna be it? Nope. We barely grazed the side of him, and he lives to fight another day. As you see, the destroyer right there next to me. Yeah, he didn't move for a long time. Anyway, right here, my teammate yells at me, "Hey, can someone take care of this Megami?" Without saying anything, I just dropped the Megami a few shells, and ended up helping my teammate out pretty well, and I believe they end up getting the kill on him right here before he gets behind that island. Yeah, I believe that's it. Yep, my buddy Dark. Alright, so we got at least a Megami, a torpedo threat, and a burning threat out of the way. We can push up a little bit harder, but we got to keep in mind that we do have other BBs that can shoot at us if we are spotted, so we got to try to use these islands ahead of us right here to our advantage. Right here, I kind of want to push up and help our destroyer with this Yudachi if I have to. I want to be there, you know, just in case he needs my help. The Yudachi ends up going undetected again, and so now I'm like, well, crap, what do I do? I come up here and then I drop throttle. That's all I really could do. And if you notice, I'm keeping my eyes on everything around, looking all around the map. I'm trying to get a good sense of where all the enemies at, where my teammates are at. Are they gonna be able to help me push at the end if I take this side? It's always good to know these things, so that way you can plan ahead on your next strategic move. It's just good to get in the habit of doing that, just knowing where everybody's at. That's probably one of the That's probably one of the top tips I could tell anybody, is just knowing where everyone's at. Like, of course, they might not be showing up on the map, but you know where their last known location is. You can kind of judge and guess. Okay, now here we go. Yudachi's deciding to pop back out again. Or so we think. We're ready for him. I mean, as soon as he pops out, he's ours. But he never pops back out. I'm not sure why. But maybe he's smart. I don't know. But anyway, we got this Iowa over here at our broadside. He could totally mess us up right now, but we end up getting the first shots off. Let's see if we can do any damage to broadside Iowa. Nothing. Only 2 shells hit and they both bounce. Okay. Maybe that was RNG. He should be popping up at any moment. Yep, there he is. And he says, Merry Christmas. Hit me right inside. Shoot ahead of his turn. Let's see if he turns into it. Another semi-broadside again. And we get the Citadel. 25k. Not a bad shot. And if I had a little bit more range, trust me, I would have shot that curve first as well. He was asking for it, but he was just a little bit too far.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Alright, and there's Yudachi. He's playing very passive back there. And as you see, I'm not spotted right now. Which goes back to good usage of islands. See, I'm putting myself in a position to where I can hide behind an island, per se, and dish damage out while not being spotted. But, I mean, at the same time, that Yudachi could have pushed up and spotted me. That's where he's faulting his own team. Is by playing so passive and sticking back there with those guys. We notice this Kerfish right here. He gets a really good opportunity at hurting us. You'll see in just a second. We end up knocking out the Iowa's back gun. It's pretty, you know, that's good. It wasn't permanent, but we'll take it. I think we're going to get one more shot off on the Iowa, and yep, it's going to be for the Iowa. And then initially, we notice, wow, there's a broadside curve here to us, and we're broadside to this curve first as well. So let's go ahead and start putting our nose in as we hit that Iowa for a solid 9k. Alright, sitting here and I'm thinking, like, I'm salivating at this point. I'm like, broadside curve first. He hasn't shot at me. I've got a, you know, a full salvo ready for him. Let's see if I can do anything. I launch him. I'm waiting for him. And I'm waiting. And I only hit him for 3.5k. Which, you know, we'll take it. You know, it ain't a kill, but. Alright, here's the point where I decide, you know, let me assess everything that's going on around me. Okay, I got a Prince Eugen right here. I also have a Lightning over here and an Amagi. My first target is the Lightning initially, but I realized I can't get a shot off on him because he was just too quick to get behind the island, and snap. Good old Yudachi pulled a Thanos and snapped him out of reality. So we focus on the Amagi. Take a little bow shot, he turns, and we get some nice penetrations right there on his deck armor for 17k. We'll take that any day of the week or weekend. Alright, and we're feeling good about ourselves. You know, we got some decent damage at this point. You know, we haven't really been dealt too much damage. Take a nice shot at this curve first, thinking I might be able to, you know, hit that weak rear end. Watch this. 18-inch shells bounce, 2 of them off the rear end of a curve first. So that happens. There's that. But anyway, we'll pass on to our next target here. This curve first that's deciding he wants to pop out broadside to us. That's definitely a paddling, brother. It's gonna happen, as the jingle says. But he gets lucky. And I did not shoot in time. If I would have shot a little earlier, he might not have been able to turn out of him. Who knows? Maybe he didn't get lucky. Maybe that was just terrible aim. See if we can get another pop shot off at this curve first. And see, here's where I mess up. Instead of trying to get that last shot off on that curve first, I should have been trying to angle a little bit better right here. And, you know, I get hit for it. My whole thing what it once was. But luckily we don't get Citadel and we can live to fight another day. Notice this curve first decided, you know what? Let me show him the broadside again. Bro, he's just giving it. He's giving it up to me. So, broadside, I gotta take it. I'm sorry. I have to take it. And we end up getting a high caliber, but I believe only like 10 to 12k damage on that salvo. You know, not doing too shabby, but we could be doing a whole lot better. We get in a position here where we really don't have no one to shoot at, but we're not out of play. We can actually help. I'm trying to kind of assess what this curve first is going to do here. I don't know if he's going to push out the back side, if he's going to push out the front side. And he also has an Amagi out there helping him. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. This is a 4v3 right now. And if I die, it's going to be very, very hard for us to win this game. Go ahead and take one more pop shot at him. See if we can't get a, you know, a decent penetration. Looking at our mini map. Trying to see if he's going to turn in or if he's going to push out. And it looks like he's deciding to push in. So we're going to push this channel right here and try to meet him in the middle. And like I said, he has that Amagi out there helping him. So here's where the battle gets really spicy. This is where it gets fun. This is where you're going to see the Yamato at its brawling capabilities. Not, you know, not full on brawl. I'm not going to say it was a full on brawl, but it has some brawling, you know, characteristics to the battle. You'll see. Yep, and just like I suspected, go for curve first, pushes right up the middle. And he sticks that nose out. Look, you barely see it come out. Look. And he shoots at someone else, so that tells us, hey, here's a shot where we're not going to get shot back. Try to go for the turrets, but aimed a little bit too far back. Should have aimed a little bit more to the right. Get a little superstructure damage there for about 4k. Alright, let's try this again. Notice our angle as well. Full salvo from his front two guns, and they all bounce off our side. We didn't take any damage right there. That's what you call an auto bounce. That's the perfect angle I'm at right there to get auto bounce. Okay. Now this next salvo, this one boggles me. This one really does boggle me. Because we shoot and add a superstructure and, well, we end up doing a decent amount of damage, but I thought that that would have been a little bit more damage. But maybe it's, you know, it's his superstructure is a little saturated. Amagi comes out. We start preparing for her. She gets a nice little shot on us. Hurt. Let's see where she's gonna go. She's gonna keep turning. She's gonna push a little forward. She ends up stopping, so we shoot at her bow and knock a gun out and hit her for 12k. Now we'll cycle around, get these rear guns in on Amagi, and that should be all she wrote. And then we can focus on this curve first. Now we're sitting at 190k damage, which is good. As the Amagi goes down, we'll take another, 1,000 added to it. And looky here, broadside curve first. And I almost delete him and almost save my teammate from utter death. Now, it's just me and a Prinzeugen. All I gotta do is just stay alive at this point. We have cap points. And there's only a minute left. So if I can just stay alive for a minute, we should be good. Notice an airplane over here, and I'm like, you know what? I do. Right here is where I get aggressive. This is where y'all should just hide. Right here. Do not try to go press and don't try to get more damage. You should hide. I go for more damage. This is not something that you should do, and I will say that so that everybody knows that. You should just hide, stay alive, and get the win. That's how you do it. But me, I got brave, and I went for damage. And you can see how it could have ended bad. Okay. Keep in mind, I push past this island, and I don't realize what's coming. And I nose in. Look at that. Torpedoes right on the way. All it's going to take is maybe 1 or 2 more torpedoes, and I'm out of there. We end up getting one nice salvo into him through his bow, and end up dodging the torpedoes. And this is actually going to be the end of the game. And look how close this game came. And we get the win. So we end the battle, and we end up having 232,000 damage in the Yamato. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.